Right, 64 years on ya. Spin around so you can see where I am. It's not really much wandering I can do here, but I'll have a little wander. Wait for your comments to drop in before I give you my take on what we've just watched. Let's get all your messages in so I can read what everybody's saying. 69 of you guys on here, only 3 likes, give it a like. I'm not saying you've got to like what you've just seen, I'm not saying you've got to like what you've seen from certain players who I'm about to name in person. What I think cost Newcastle United very dear here at Stade Velodrome. I'm going to wander. There's Jordan, working away. Jordan, you need to get down, man. You're going to miss him. I'm going to try and wander so you can maybe see. It's hard, like the view what I've got is so you can't really see where Newcastle United fans are, but I want to kind of give you that view just to give you the context. Go on, no, go mate. Busy press box here at Stade Velodrome. Newcastle fans are over there. That's not them there. It's not them there. You can see in it. Sorry, I wasn't filming you. That way.
You think.
I'm what? Think. All right. I was gonna say.
It's the best supporter in the world.
Thought you called us thick.
It's the best supporter in the
Oh,
world.
it was good. It was loud.
Liverpool is down, my friend.
Yeah. I hope so too.
Hey.
Hey, well, we'll have to laugh, lads, lasses. We'll have to laugh, because otherwise we'll cry. Dom's there. I'm going to see anyhow.
Alright, 2 meters.
He's doing his video. Right, we're building up 195 on ya. Get your questions in, get your chat involved, and I'll talk to you about what's going on. I'm trying to give you a view in the Newcastle United fans, but I can't really move. I can't get any closer or get an angle. I'll tell you what, I'm going to wander. I'm going to go down the other end of the press box and give you a little view of where Newcastle United fans are, because you might spot people you know. Then it might give you a little bit of pleasure at the end of this shit night. Walk with us. We're always trying to give you a little bit more on these lives. Walk with us. Trying to find a way out.
Allez l'OM!
What?
Mate, we were better. Sorry.
It was there for the taking for Newcastle. I thought Marseille weren't great, Newcastle were worse. They were poor. Goalkeeper.
Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Aubameyang, lovely finish. Just want to get video of the fans. Why? Just video of the fans. Who's he? I'll listen to him, but not you. Shut your trap. I'll listen to you, mate. No worries. Shut your trap. Who the fuck are you? Shut your trap.
Yeah.
What?
Just there you can, but on the left, on the right you can't. It's forbidden.
That's all right. I'll listen to him when he tells us, but not you.
Because I'm here.
Right, I was trying to get the Newcastle United fans, but I can't do it. I'll wander around outside. Sorry. Not having it. Right. Where are we at? Right, anyway. Let's talk about that. For me, that game, Newcastle United weren't great. They kind of sloppy, got themselves in front. It was decent, but was sloppy. Should have got something out of that game. It was there for the taking. I didn't think Marseille were all that much, but Newcastle United just didn't take their opportunities, let themselves down. And then the moment where it switched round was Nick Pope. And let's be brutally honest about this. We can go through the team and talk about Bruno not being at it, about Tonali, but he improved, I thought. Anthony Gordon being an absolute shadow, a ghost up front. Paul Barnes was alright. We talk about, Dan Burn being poor at times. Fabian Schär really poor for the goal. But I've never seen one man lose a game. However, no one man can lose a game, it's physically impossible. It's kind of thrown me, that argument before. Not one man can lose a game, but one can really shift momentum. And I thought Nick Pope really shifted momentum. Gifting that goal away at the time that he did, immediately after half time, absolutely killed Newcastle United. It killed them. And I thought that cost the game, because I don't think the second goal, where I think Burns got to stop the ball at the front post, I can't remember the build up of that. Burn at the front post, got to stop it. Then Fabian Schär. Aubameyang's smart. He's well past his best in many ways, but he's a smart finisher. But that goal didn't happen with Nick Pope's error. And I've said to the lads, I've speaking to the lads who are both, Dom and Jordan, are both going down to the press conference now. Said to them both, it's the story. I think it's what everybody. I was trying to get to the Newcastle United fans over there, down there, so I was so rudely stopped, like really rudely, by the way. Totally through it. I think it's just. I'm disappointed. I feel let down. It's not the worst performance they've ever put in, but it's far from the best. And I think it was a sloppy, shabby show. I thought some of the substitutions probably in the second half were really poor too. I didn't understand some of it when we're seeing the go from a 5 to a 4 with Lewis Miley at right back. For me now, it's time. It's time. That's what I wanted to say on this video. It's time for Aaron Ramsdale. If you think it's time for Aaron Ramsdale, come in the comments and let me know. I'd be really interested to know. And apologies for anybody who didn't like that. Well, that was really odd from the security. Really odd. I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate it anyway. Right, I'm going to come into the comments and see what you guys are saying, because I like a conversation. David Atkinson, Music and More, was the first person in the comments here. Of course, here we are. We're still here. There's 284 you guys on here. Give it a like. Calamity Pope strikes again, unlike Gordon, who can't strike. Carl Hope made. Why didn't Howe make changes at half time? Bruno, Willett, Gordon and Murphy were really poor. Murphy really struggled as a right wing back. I thought the system actually worked reasonably well, but Murphy looked ill suited to it, and it probably wasn't his fault, so I kind of agree with that. Sussman, Yob, why Ramsdale wasn't playing is baffling. I agree. Carl Hope, and he won't play Saturday either. Keith Patterson, it's plain and simple to anyone who's played the game. Hope is a liability on the bottom, and in his judgment, Daniel Howe, is he scared that Ramsdale does well and he ends up struggling to put his faith Pope back in. Ray 24-24. Alanga looks worse and worse with each appearance. One of the fastest players in the Premier, always passing backwards, first touch and final ball. Awful. Really, our 27 played decent football tonight, but what the F was Pope doing? If you commit like that, you've got to get there. That gave them impetus for the start of the second half and led to their goal. KP again, mate. Good to see you in the comments. Love to hear from you. We need to strengthen the goalkeeper position, but I can't imagine Ramsdale can be worse. We need to spend, it's obvious. David Atkinson again. How should read the book, The Wisdom of Crowds. Travel Bocker. Is that how I say it? Tell us if I'm wrong in that way. If Pope is not dropped now, then Eddie has to take the blame. And after that, we look punch-drunk. Chris R. Taylor, how many times is Pope going to cost us the game? Keith Patterson again, that's the fear he rewards tonight with a start for Everton. Rod P76, that's on Pope, total liability. Carl Hope, how has multiple opportunities to drop Pope, yet hasn't. Ex-Popey 2020, Pope has single-handedly cost us the game. I actually agree with all of these comments. I really do. Trouble Bucker, AJ, what the hell? How can you not score that just before the half? Elsevier 86, shocking tactically from Howe after that early goal. Gary Mort, I think, 9830, Pope out. V for Vendetta 111, no technical ability in that team, a team full of bottlers, 750 $1 billion gone, and Steve Bruce football was better to watch. KP again, was I only one shitting myself, trying to defend 1-0 lead. We had to get Murphy and Gordon off and go for the second. SKD K247. I'd stepped away for a minute just as the second half started. I heard the goal, and honestly, I wasn't surprised when it was down to Pope. He was such a weak link at time. Paul Featherstone, I cannot put into words how angry I am about this absolute howler. Although occasionally dangerous, I felt they would keep a clean sheet. Perfect chance to change their way form. Gone in minutes. I really don't think that Marseille were all that good. I think Newcastle have had 2 harder away games against West Ham and Brentford, technically. Travel Bocker cannot pass a ball 5 yards. Andrew Pearson did Langer put a single cross in? No, I think it was really poor when he came on, but it's not really new. It's nothing new for it. Gary Mount, we need a proper number 9, not goal, no Walter KP. I'll accept the error. He's right dropped on Saturday. I agree too. V for Vendetta, manager got selection wrong. Carl Hope, Everton will smash us on Saturday. Paul Featherstone, Hope misplaces his passport. That's a bit harsh. Rob Pearson, Hope accident waiting to happen, and what a crash. SDT 6385, Pope cost us again. Poor second half from everyone. It really was. It was some drop off. Newcastle United weren't great in the first half, but the worst, slightly the better team. Second half, nightmare. Porter 2, Liam, please ask the lads in the presser to ask what has to happen with Pope to be dropped. Beyond a joke now, I have asked them to ask that question. Let's see how they manage to frame it. It's not easy to get these questions in, particularly in press conferences like this, so we'll wait and see if they can frame it. Gary Moat 9830, need to buy reinforcements in January. JJ Hull 796, we bottled it second half. Elsevier 86, just sell Pope and Jan. RLN, why do we have to wait for Eddie to change things instead of all of us have to watch Pope make those mistakes? It didn't happen. It's nothing new. We've all seen it before, in my opinion. V for Vendetta. Things won't get better. One good game in 10 is no good. Poor performance. Eddie's tactics all wrong from Gary Moat. Porter 2, never mind sell Pope. Just release him. Call Hope. 8 point buying reinforcements. How doesn't play them? Gary Moat. Pope needs to go ASAP. KP. After that start, we should have made subs and gone for a second. Automobile, Pope out, poor decision making cost us. KP, I think the fans are all asking you one question, Liam. How long did we start with Pope? If that's the question you're asking me, I think the time has come. It has gone well past it. So for me, I don't think they should start over the weekend. I think he's been a great servant for Newcastle United, and I think he can still be a good player for Newcastle United, but he's made too many mistakes that cost too many points in games. I think this was a big one. And when you've got a good understudy, we're not talking about somebody who's a drop-off, we're talking about somebody who is an equal, somebody who is a contemporary, he's equal with him. He should be playing. Cole Hope, Gordon Murphy, Willock should have been subbed at half-time. Why does Eddie keep the faith in Pope and Gordon? Don Henderson, oh dear, good first half. Paul Featherstone, if Ramsdale doesn't start on Saturday, he might as well pack his bags back to Southampton. Ali B1, shocking from Pope. Get Iriola, says V for Vendetta. I'm going to see if we get some new commenters. Paul Featherstone, Miley at right back. What's Kraft thinking? He was injured actually. Porter 2 and Willock had a decent game. I actually didn't think Willock was the worst. I know some people criticise him. I didn't think he was today actually, so I agree with that. Give our man, shocking decision by Pope. Gordon will not want to play away at Everton. Expect a hairband accident in the next couple of days. Elsevier, Willock was good until the final ball. Rere, Willock was the best of the 3 midfielders, possibly. SCD 6385, Howler seemed to kill everyone. That's what I thought. Didn't deserve anything. Everton's massive. If he goes to Pope again, another mistake is made. The pressure will mount on Howe. Relay 27, Bruno was giving the ball away all night. That's true. James Kirkbride, you must be foaming at Pope. I am. I'm not foaming at him personally. Look, at the end of the day, any person can make mistakes. It's a personal thing. Anybody can make mistakes. However, I think the manager's got to maybe make a decision. He has to make a decision. STD 6385, agree. Willock was the best of the 3. Danny Toon, players' confidence seems fragile. DXLE and NCL. I'm not worried about Aubameyang quoting me. You jinxed it yesterday. Really clever finishes. Tippy Marciano, Liam, what's your threshold for Eddie to be under serious pressure? Quite high. Might not be what you want to hear, but I think it's reasonably high. Stephen Heron, Nick Pope again. Hard work when done in 20 seconds. Another frustrating performance from Jeffrey Allen. Another turd performance from JJ911. Andy Brett Garbage, Carl Hall, shocking. Paul Chollerton, it feels like one step forward, two back all the time. Well, we got some more comments. 3 questions to need answering. Buzz D. Raver. What does Pope actually have to do to get dropped? When does the set piece coach start? I think there's signs there. I'm not saying anything's massively happened, but there is signs there. How many more games are we going to throw away? Keep certain players happy. I don't know the answer to that. LMSKN Liam, guys, can you ask Eddie directly what is the time to give Ramsdale a go? I've asked the lads to ask that. Let's see what they come up with. They might not even get a question. That's such as the way of these Champions League press conferences. Adrian Black, how out? Donald Dubois, this is all on Pope. Proudlock fans, Alanga, rubbish. Please get Nick Pope out of the goal. Lempton. B Taylor, hi Liam, what the hell was Pope doing? I have no idea, mate. Terry Marciano, Liam, can you please get your boys Eddie how long he's going to let Pope cost us points? I've asked them to ask that. Let's see what they come back with. What else we got? We got anything different? Willock was positive. Jeffrey Allen, Andy Brett, not buying. Willock was okay narrative. Thought he was sloppy. Toon Dogs is Eddie's likely hurting us as a team, possibly. KP, Liam question, when will Pope be dropped? I hope for Saturday, but I don't see it. Well, we'll see what Eddie has to say. Have we got anything fresh to talk about? Looks like I'm getting to the point where I was having a barney with some security bloke. Tonali stinker from Joe Broski. Toon Dogs. Question, Liam. Will Eddie learn to drop his favourites as it's massively hurting the team? Martin Atkinson, I'm done with Pope. Appalling decision making. Where we at? Had nothing in the second half from Give Me Some Wine. Patrick Leonard, 1929. If only Gordon could show 10% of the fight, Liam. Sorry, lasses. I'm just not taking that. There was some absolute knacker, like literally started giving us grief about the game, then started trying to direct us around. I was like, I'm not taking it. Anyway, Cheryl Ken Jones Brown, we thought Tonali was subpar today. Ray 24-24, Tonali was shite. Joe Tyneside, same old capitulation away from home, we are soft. Scott Davidson is expecting Man City was an anomaly. Z Bauer, Nick Pope in the middle of our pitch. He wasn't even that. That's so bad. Daddy Tune 4469. So many poor performances. Bruno poor, Gordon poor, Pope poor, Tino poor. Willock was our best player. Travel Bucker. That performance by Murphy shows why we bought Alanga. KP. We go ahead, then for some reason seem to stop and wait for them to come back into it. S-Gamer ID 4CL. Seemed like Eddie Howe has reached his limits. And Newcastle, time for change. Toon Dogs. Passing was dreadful and second to the ball. J-Lo Broski, final ball was shocking. Gary Moat, time for a clear out. Ryan Taylor, 4-3, poor in possession, poor out of possession, poor decision making. Tobes, JD, Dan Burners a fall for the second goal. Just watch the ball go past him and then near post. I agree, thought it was really poor. AGR3GAN, Pope has to be dropped. Too many out of box errors. Paul Featherson, man of the match, Tim Kenny. I wish. Ale and Punk. As invisible as Gordon was, our out ball has been shockingly regular this season. We give possession straight back. I think that comes from the goalkeeper a lot of the time. B Taylor 7226. I think the equaliser drew us off track. It really did. Carl Hope, what's happened to our passing? It's been terrible. Toon Army Oz should have got the game wrapped up by half time. I agree, actually. Terry Marciano, we should have saved the second two. It doesn't happen. If the first doesn't happen, we threw that game. George Atkinson. Right, Mark Weir. Aubameyang was pretty good tonight, he certainly was. Toon Dogs, 2 errors from Pope, should be getting beat his near post. What's Lewis Miley doing at right back? I have no idea. From Turpy Marciano. 100% time for Ramsdale, Phil Morris. I'm trying to get through your comments. Time for Rambo, time for Ramsdale. It's Rama time. Pope dropped, Ramsdale time. Honestly, you're all so in agreement with what I'm saying. And I think with 404 of you guys on here, show your support. Give us a like. Where are we at with the comments? I'm sorry. I really wish I could actually go through every single comment, but I'm going to get kicked out here at some point, and I'm going to have to go quietly. Where are we at? Glover, no, well done, Liam. Showed more fight than the flip team. I didn't. But, I just don't take kindly to anything like that. NUFC United thought Miley did well. Pope needs drop from Neil Pickering, 78. Joe Tyneside, that's a new name. Ho needs to progress the team. Ho, how? We aren't Bournemouth with core players that went through the leagues. We need higher standards. Daniel Hawksworth, another way loss. Have I taken the lead? A mentality problem, definitely. And he didn't think he was asked that recently. He didn't think it was. Benji Sutton, I agree with you. Pope killed us off. Loyalty to Pope and Burn is baffling. Tian 75. Set piece is terrible from Z Bauer. See it myself. It's not been great. It's the hope that kills being a Newcastle United fan. 99% sure Pope will start against Everton. I am 99.9% sure. KP, Joe Browski, so your logic is keep Pope in, really? Are you a Mackham? Where are we at? Have to stop scoring first and sitting back and inviting. Another air shot from Gordon. Got loads of so many good comments in here. How's the Marseille bacon, did you say? I never had any. In a volatile atmosphere from Christopher Tofa, this is atmosphere. You need a common influence. Nick Pope is not the answer. That's fair. Where are we at? Right. Do you know what? So many comments. There's 460 of you guys on here. Honestly, I could be on here all night talking through these comments. I could be on here all night. Where are we at? Fans still there from Pick Up PRYT? Yes. Here, do you see? Not him. Not him. That way. That's Newcastle United fans there. Still there. Still singing away to a degree. Right. I'm going to call it. 522. Should I call it? Should I stick on? I want to stay. Give it a like if you want us to stay. I'm not going to try and venture towards the Newcastle United fans because I've just got a load of grief trying to do that. But I kind of did want to show you where they are, just to give you that context. But it is what it is. Toon Mad saying stay on. SK Mad saying stay, please. Jeffrey Allen, good effort, Liam. I try. Femi Nicole says hi. We need an elite manager, Andrew Garrett. Jackson, stay on. I'll stay on. It's absolutely freezing here. I don't know what it's like in Newcastle. Let us know, or wherever you're watching, because I know we do have. Have somebody saying Porty Hug Tea. Have I missed some crack from the start of this live, mate? Possibly. I don't know. Possibly. Shea Barrett, why do we put the ball up the pitch all the time instead of keep the ball? We never look like scoring at the end. Danny Craig, Baltic, and the tune is it? Yeah, it is here. I'm absolutely freezing. I need to put my gloves on. Soft lad. I do need to put my gloves on. It's bitter. I say that on the edge of the Mediterranean when you guys have got the North Sea battering you most years. So to be fair. Jeffrey Allen, haven't you got about 3 flights via Morocco? Yes. We have. So we haven't got a hotel. We're going to go straight to Marseille Airport. We've got a flight to Agadir. So we're going to get some. It was just the cheapest way. We actually don't get all of our trips paid for, which is something that we never always reveal on this thing, where people always criticise and think you kind of got a silver spoon when you work for a reasonable sized company. But we don't have that. So we're going to be taking the cheapest route home, which was via Agadir, flight to Edinburgh tomorrow morning, and then we'll get the train back to Newcastle. Look, there's worse things to do, so I'm not standing here complaining, but it is what it is. Oh, somebody's saying signal's bad when I've moved. Is that true? I'll go back up the stairs. Just seeing this with the security there, I really don't want to get chucked out. I'm thinking about it. It seems to have come back a little bit more when I've come up here. Is that the Marseille Arena? You know the jokes. You're a regular on this DNC. Paul Featherson, Man City. Done over by Leverkusen, should be worried. Look, if Newcastle give teams goals like this, they should be worried against anybody. Game us, thanks for this, mate. Brilliant. Gary U 50. Is this the Geordie Wheelstone Raider? Jack AY. I can't remember what I said. I was just in a moment. Jack AY6W. Chiao Kiali tells Pope to stay. Defence don't trust him. And Graham worried about Pope and goal. Fucking right we are. Graham Marsden 4130. Is there any muckle? I don't know what that means. Why I'm on channel, when is Pope going to get dropped? 3 away games in a row. Liam's made mistakes, I agree. I hope he's going to get dropped soon. I think it's time. Barnes is a 9 then he's, yeah, I thought he was good actually. I thought Barnes was decent. Brexit means Brexit. Has Eddie done his presser yet? Not to my knowledge, but he will be doing it now, I think. Where are we at? Nick Hope. Right, we're done. I'm gonna have to call it, lasses. I've enjoyed it. It's been a pleasure. Not always, but it was here where we saw it all play out. Another pathetic away performance. It was there for them. It was there to be won. It was all there for Newcastle United. And I'm not often somebody who says one man cost Newcastle United, but I don't think one man can lose a football match. I think it's actually impossible, because 11 do, and the subs that come on, and a manager, and a whole lot more, and the preparation and everything else that they do. However, one man really changed the momentum of this match, and it was Nick Pope. His mistake was so costly, and I think Eddie Howe's got a big decision to make. Will he stick by his man? I suspect he will. However, I wouldn't. It's time for Aaron Ramsdale. Someone asking, is there going to be a video out tonight? Yes, the lads will meet me. We will have a video, we'll have a bit crack, and we'll finish off tonight. Good night, good evening, good morning. Bonsoir, bonne nuit, wherever you may be. Could have made that in a song. Good night, everybody who's been involved in this conversation. It's been great, it's been a pleasure, it always is. The lives with Liam, Champions League nights will continue in Leverkusen. I'll see you there, and hopefully there's not as much antagonism from those in and around. Give it a like, give it a share, give it a subscribe, and keep online for the video later on tonight. Good night.